Welcome to St. Louis Family Martial Arts Academy. I thought today, instead of our traditional Taekwondo stuff that we've been doing, we're going to do something a little bit different, have a little bit of fun with a different art. This comes from the art of Kali. It's from the Philippines. Kali comes from two words. Kamut lihok means body motion or a hand motion. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some basic stick play. And I'm going to show you some of the basic angles we use with the stick. Before we start though, number one, you need your parents' permission that it is okay for you to do this drill. So maybe watch the video first with your parents and make sure that they say it's okay that you can do this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the 3 rules of the weapon. First rule of weapon is focus. You're using something that makes your arms longer and bigger. If you're using an actual stick, it's got a little bit of weight to it. It's hard. It can injure people. It can break things. You've got to be careful with it. You have to pay attention. Second rule of a weapon is discipline. Now, if you know our rules of discipline are the 3 kinds of discipline that we talk about all the way back in Little Ninjas, there's 3 kinds of discipline that are important. The first kind is where you listen and follow directions. So listen to what I'm saying, but also listen to your parents' rules at home for your practice with these weapons. Second kind of discipline is self-discipline. It's where you do what you're supposed to do on your own without anybody having to tell you or remind you. Most of you are smart enough to know the difference between right and wrong, and you're gonna know whether you should be doing something or not. Third kind of discipline is the consequences that happen when you don't listen and follow directions and you don't do the right thing on your own. The last rule of a weapon is respect. And we say the weapon has the power to save a life, but it also has the power to do harm. It can injure people, it can break things. You have to be careful with it. So these 3 things are the most important thing we're going to do with our weapon today. Focus, you got to pay attention. You have to be disciplined. Listen and follow directions, do the right thing, and then you won't experience any of the consequences that come with that. And then of course just respect the power of the weapon. It is something that can harm things or break things. Be very careful. All right, so before we start, we're going to do 5 angles today, but first we need to have a weapon. Now if we were doing just a traditional stick, this is about the size. They're anywhere from 20 to 28 inches long usually. If we're working inside, this is really too long. So I'm going to be using this a little bit to demonstrate, but I'm also going to use the short stick. Most of you probably don't have a short stick, but this would be much more practical for inside practice. If you have at home, if you have just a simple ruler, that's actually perfect. It's got a little bit of weight to it, it's got a little bit of grip to it. You can use that and be very careful with the people around you still, but that definitely would be a good weapon for practicing the drill. Or better yet, I just took 2 pieces of paper, rolled them together, put this little Scotch tape on the end, gives it a little bit of weight again, it gives me something to hold on to. So this would be probably what I would recommend the most if you're practicing at home and you haven't done any stick stuff before. All right, so we're just gonna jump right in. We're gonna do today, we're gonna do the 5 basic angles that we would do. Now, if we're using a longer stick, we're gonna grip up on the stick. We're gonna grab about 1 fist up on the stick. If I'm using my piece of paper, I'm probably not gonna do that because it'll make it a little bit too short. I'll grip it more down on the end. Same thing if I'm using the short stick, which we'll do a few with those a little bit too. All right, so there are 5 basic angles. Our starting position is kind of a short, like a front stance in Taekwondo almost. I'm gonna turn my body just a little bit. There is some footwork and body movement that goes with this. We're not gonna worry about that today. We're just gonna learn the angles today. So once I have my grip on my stick, my left hand is gonna go right here, what we call our heart center. I'm gonna keep it right there. Number 1, so I can use that hand if I need to, but also to keep it out of the way so I don't hit my own hand with the stick. So I'm here, eyes are forward, just kind of relax with your body. Angle 1 starts at a line between your ear and your shoulder. So we're gonna go from there and we're gonna slice down or strike down all the way to the hip on the other side. Angle 2 comes up, starts between the ear and the shoulder, comes back down on that side. Angle 3 is a line between your elbow and your hip. My palm is gonna be up, angle 3 just goes straight across. Angle 4, I just turn my hand over, I'm gonna follow the same line between the elbow and the hip on the other side, straight across. Angle 5 is a straightforward thrust with the palm up. So from this position, bring the hand up. Angle 1, bring the hand up between the ear and the shoulder. Angle 2, I'm gonna come to the side between the elbow and the hip. Angle 3, the palm is up. Angle 4, I turn it over, now my palm is down. Slide across again. Angle 5 is a thrust straight forward with the palm up again. So we have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5. One more time, I'm going to switch sticks. So we're going to go from between the ear and the shoulder, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5. All right, so if I switch to the short stick, everything is exactly the same. Doesn't matter which tool I have in my hand, which weapon I choose to use, the angles are gonna be the same, the movement is gonna be the same. So angle one, I'm gonna go between the ear and the shoulder again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing, bring the hand up between the ear and the shoulder, angle 1, bring it all the way up, angle 2, palm up between the elbow and the hip, 3, palm down, just turn the hand over, 4, and 5. If I switch to the paper, hopefully this is what you guys are, most of you are using at home. Same thing, it doesn't change anything no matter what I'm using. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5. So one more time, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now comes the fun part. You kind of have the angles. You can create just a little pattern there, and you don't have to change anything. You can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of a sudden you're doing some basic stick twirling or some stick practice. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could mix it up. You could go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can change it around. You can, go any order you want, any direction that you want to go with it. Okay. Start simple though, and just work your way up. Don't try to be fast. Try to be smooth. If you just go nice and relaxed, you'll develop a little bit of natural speed. Again, be careful, practice with it, have fun with it, watch out for each other, don't break things, knock things over. Remember the 3 rules of the weapon: focus, discipline, and respect. All right, simple basic Kali salute to end out today.